Hey, this is episode 8 of Manga Origin, where I go over random series' volume 1s, and in this video, I'll be going over a work by the authors of the extremely popular Death Note and Bakuman, Platinum End. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, to start this review, I'll mention the main events of the first volume. First, the protagonist, Mirai, tries to kill himself, but an angel, Nase, saves him and gives him two powers. One is the power of flying because of wings, and the second is the power to make someone love you / kill someone / so much more that I haven't seen yet. Of course, Mirai doesn't believe this, but then he uses the love power on his aunt who took him in after his parents died, and she confessed that it was she and the uncle that actually killed them. While the uncle is screaming at the aunt about why she revealed that, Mirai murmurs, "You should die for your crimes." And she actually does. And while Mirai obviously didn't want to actually kill her because he murmured that, it was taken seriously because of how much the aunt loved him because of the love power. And after that whole ordeal, Mirai knows without a doubt that his powers do in fact work, and only then does Nase inform of something rather important. God wants to retire and needs an heir, so he took his 13 angels and made them choose a human to inherit his powers. Later, we learn that not all angels are on the same level. Some only have wings, some only have the love power, some have something in between, and Nase and two more angels have both powers. And from that, Mirai starts taking this whole thing a lot more serious. But then, on the news, they see their first god contestant. This contestant only has the love power, and let's say he's using the power to its full extent. But then, another contestant arrives and kills him, also releasing the girls from the guy's control, since he's dead. Then that person confronts police and kills two police officers before fleeing. And finally, Mirai starts his first day of school. But as he is approaching the school, another angel appears, and since Mirai instinctively slightly reacted to when the other's angel surprised him, so the angel calls over the other candidate, and although Mirai was on high alert, his crush stabs him from behind with the death power while saying Kakehashi. Alright, so that's all that happened in the first volume. Now I'll name what I liked / disliked about the series. Firstly, the art style is very good. The art is done by Takeshi Obata, that is also the illustrator of Death Note, Bakuman, Hikaru no Go, and a whole lot more. So it's a little expect, but from everything that I've read that he's illustrated, this has to be the best art by far. I like how this one review put it. Takeshi Obata seems to have put some of his best work in his whole career in Platinum End, and that's saying something considering his track record, which I completely agree with. The art is so detailed, but at the same time not so detailed that you don't know what's happening, which this point ties in with the next thing that I want to talk about, which is the paneling. There's a lot of creative paneling in the manga, which takes a lot of skill to masterfully do, but when you do it just right, it enhances the overall manga reading experience so much, at least for me. And it seems like Takeshi Obata has mastered the art of creative and unique paneling. But moving away from the art, I think the pacing of the story is great. There hasn't been a dull moment in the series so far for me. In the first of which, Mirai gets and learns to use his powers, and also learns the truth about his family's death. In the second chapter, Mirai learns about another person that is possessed by an angel, and we see how he is complete scum and how he gets killed, and another possessed person's crimes. And in the last chapter of the volume, Mirai looks at the news and sees another possessed person and is also killed on his way to school by his crush. So, in short, as I said, there's never a dull moment reading the manga. Next, I want to mention the main thing that I disliked about the series. It's the protagonist. God, was he annoying in the first chapter. I really didn't like his only personality trait of the first chapter was just, ooh, look at me. I'm a depressed boy who wants nothing more than die. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be mocking him like that, but I think you get the point. The story is another good thing that I want to mention, but as this point ties in with another segment that I'll go over very soon, I'll be quick about this. I really like the powers given by the angels. They're like little motivators for the contenders to be like, this is just a little taste of what you will really get if you become God. And I also like how not all angels have the same power. Like the protagonist's angel was a top tier angel, so she could give him everything that there is to give, which was the wings and love / kill / who knows what else power. And lastly, I think the potential for this manga is pretty decent, but I'm going to be honest, seeing what is given, I'm having trouble imagining where the story could go from here to make it a lot more interesting, as in all the powers were already shown, so there isn't any mysterious element, which is crucial for an interesting manga. Alright, to the first impressions, I was really holding it back, but the basic premise is so similar to Mirai Nikki. Like, holy shit, both series have a group of people that are selected that need to fight to the death between each other, battle royale style, and the person who is the last one standing becomes God? Is it just me, or is it incredibly similar to Mirai Nikki? But apart from that, I thought the art was really good, and I actually really enjoyed reading it, and I wasn't sure why everyone was hating on it so much, and to be honest, I still don't. And to the last segment, will I be continuing to read this series? Well, in short, the answer is... yes. I genuinely enjoyed reading Platinum End so far, and I don't see a reason of why not to read more. It's also made by the same creators that made Death Note and Bakuman together, so I want to read all of their works together, which obviously includes Platinum End. Alright, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe, and this was episode 8 of Manga Origin, where I talk about a random series as volume 1s, and in the next episode of Manga Origin, I'll be talking about a quite old but popular series, Air Gear. So once again, hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!